fucking team on me. Shorty know I got it, I just act broke. They was hating till I dropped it, gotta act woke. Money well invested, they never see the racks poking. Listen close, all you hear is facts spoken. Somebody documented. Only rapper they believe, that's why they rockin' with it. I'm upstanding. Been trying to understand it, but I could never sacrifice the music for the brand. And them jackets gotta catch me on the move like it's a candid. I'm chunking up the deuce, flying with the roof abandoned. They love to see me slip. Had to switch up how I'm standing. I'm bringing home the chip. Easy money like Durant on the pull-up. What we doing? Top play. Gotta put this shit on Sports Center. We gon' stick a fork in them, get it done. We not phased. They don't wanna go to war. Niggas jumping off the porch trying to get them one. The block crazy. Make me wanna get the Glock and keep it all safe. Jesus watch over my path. Let me walk safely. Cause they killing shit for sport. And they looking for. They got the.
What up? What up? What it do, man? It's your boy Dirty back in the building once again, man. Here for a good time. I'm here to tell you the truth on how I feel. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. But as always, man, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allow us to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. And I do say us today, ladies and gentlemen, because you see, I got a co-host with me today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome back to the screen. Been gone for a while, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Raider Twuan, what's good with you, Twuan?
Hey, what's good? What's good? Blessings to everybody. You know, I've been out for a minute for a good reason, but we'll get it cooking more, even more in the days to come. But it's always good to be with you, my brother, tonight. So let's go ahead and let's talk about these Raiders, man.
Oh, of course, man. You know, we definitely got to talk about the Raiders. I mean, that's what we're here for. You know what I mean? The truth behind the draft and what to avoid. You know what I mean? Is the title. I titled that for a reason. I won't sugarcoat it, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The truth behind the draft. Let me get to it, man. The truth is, I hear everybody screaming, get a quarterback, get Ashton Genty. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm trying to avoid both of them. And I'm just being honest about that. The reason why I say that, man, and I'm not trying to shit on anybody, anything like that. All of these quarterbacks in this draft, Shador, Cam, Jackson Dart, Milroe, whoever's in this draft, man. I'm gonna just be honest. And I know they see it, they don't say, well, who is he? They all need to sit and learn this NFL game. Every single one of them. None of them are ready to come out right now, win the starting job in the offseason, and take their team to the playoffs. They're not. And like I said, I'm not trying to down anybody. I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. I'm just talking about what I see. I'm just literally talking about what I see. And I don't see a quarterback in this draft that can come in, win the starting job for whatever team they play for, and take their teams to the playoffs. I don't see it. You know, there's very few players that have been able to do that. But for the most part, and that's why I say it's not a knock, because it's not something that is done all the time, right? So they all have to sit. Hey, Anthony, what it do, man? Blessings to you. Matter of fact, let me get some shots out real quick, man. I see Raider Paul in the building. What's good with you, Raider Paul? Anthony Estrada, salute to you. You know what I mean? B.I., what's good with you, man? Alfredo in the building. What's good with you, Alfredo? Charm City, what's good with you, Brody? Hope all is well with you. Blessings. Milka Breezy, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Hope all is well. And to the rest of the people who are watching, Navy Vet, what's good with you, man? Blessings. And everybody else that's watching, blessings to you as well. And then I saw a stat today in a chat group that about Ashton Genty. And this, look, I'll say this. Ern brought it up a couple of weeks ago on Raider Ben's show. I had honestly forgot about it. You know what I mean? I had honestly forgotten about it. But he reminded me that I called him and told him about Ashton Genty in week 3 of college football. In week 3 in college football, I was like, if the Raiders could get this guy, it would be a steal. But that was also before this kid took 357 hits.
God.
Talk about a bad old line. This was 357 hits behind the line of scrimmage. And that makes me nervous.
You know what, Dirty. I'm with you on that in regards to Genty. I've been saying, yeah, Genty is a talent. Yes, he looks good on film. You name it. But I was looking at it more in the sense of, do we really have to draft him at that spot? Because there's a whole bunch of other running backs that have, first round grades, second round grades that'll do great for this organization. And, like you bringing up that stat, me and you talked about it, earlier, but, I'll bring it out tonight is, that's not Josh Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? When we got Josh Jacobs, he had, he was a used car, but it was low mileage. You know what I'm saying? It was real low mileage when
they all used cars.
Yeah,
they all used cars technically.
Yeah. So he had low mileage, and that's what made him, more of a benefit for us, especially for us getting him in the first round, because he had low mileage, but there was production there enough to, obviously we saw what we saw out of Josh Jacobs. But when we kind of have to be skeptical, and it's not just only with Genty, but we can say this with Scatterbo. How many times they handed him the ball, you know what I'm saying, and the workload that he had to endure in college. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe this, to be honest with you, probably the safest running backs out of this draft are the ones at Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? The Judkins and Henderson, because they shared. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
we know pretty much Boise State, the only thing that was over there offensively was Genty. So if that's the case, what do you think they was doing? Giving him the ball. You know what I'm saying? So there's a blessing and a curse in that. You see the production out of the person, you see what they can do with those types of snaps, but also with the same on the flip side, they've taken that many snaps and that many hits.
All right, I definitely hear you. Give me one shit. I want to fix something. There we go. I want to fix that. No, I mean, and you're right. He was their offense. You know what I mean? Their offense went through him. Lakers in 5. Salute to you, man. Blessings to you. Hope all is well. I'll see you guys in round 2. See you guys in round 2 of the playoffs. I'll see you in round 2. Maybe. Hopefully round 3. Hopefully I don't have to play out till round 3.
The Clippers look like they trying to act right.
Hey, look, over these last couple of games, I'll say these last 2 weeks, man, boys been on fire. You know what I mean? They've been on fire the last 10, 11 games, man. They 8-2 in the last 10 games. So yeah. Bugsy, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you. J Dog 209, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Um, you know, and that was one of my things that, I mean, I definitely want to talk about in tonight's show, bro. The truth behind the draft and things to avoid. Look, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm just being honest. Uh I'm just being honest, man. The quarterback and the running back are the two positions you want to avoid in the first round. Now, I'm gonna give you two positions that are cannot miss in the first round. You can't miss with these two positions in the first round. Well, I'll say three. O line, right? O lineman, wide receiver, and corner. Can't miss. Can't miss. And I'm just being honest with my opinion. But look, that's another thing. I was gonna make a video earlier today, but I figured I'd wait for my live. Look, this might ruffle some feathers, and I'm saying that to say this. Please don't take my next statement to heart, and don't take it in the wrong way. I'm not trying to be negative. In fact, I'm trying to stop the negativity with this statement. Stop taking the word of us content creators as the word of God when it comes to this Raider football stuff. We honestly don't know. We're just throwing out opinions. Don't get mad at us for the things that we say or the things that we feel. Don't get mad at us. Don't go blasting us in other places because you didn't agree with our take or our opinion. Honestly, we are here for entertainment purposes only. That is the only reason we are here, for entertainment purposes only. None of us know anything. None of us. We're just giving you suggestions, just giving you opinions, just telling you what's on our minds. Doesn't mean we're right. Doesn't mean we're wrong. Somebody gonna get it right. You got 60 people telling you what they feel like. Somebody gonna get it right, right? And a whole lot of people gonna get it wrong. But it's just a matter of opinion. So stop being so hard on these content creators, man. They're just here to entertain you to the best of their ability. That's my public service announcement. Now, moving forward with this Raider ball. Loon, what's good with you, Brody? Blessings to you, man. Hope all is well, man. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that to say this, man. I'm not big on running backs. I'm not big on first round running backs. I'm just not. There's very few, you know what I mean, that have really risen to the occasion and performed well. You know what I mean? There's a few. There's not a whole lot. There's a few. There's a lot more first round busts at running back than there are as stars at running back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to shit on anybody. Look. I never made it to the NFL, so who, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. But from what I've watched of the years that I've been watching, running backs don't last long. They just don't last long. You know what I mean? So, Cal, what's good with you, man? John Leon, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you all, man. Blessings to you all. Hope all is well. Nightbot in the building as well. What's good with you, Nightbot?
Always on his duty.
He said, did they bring in any offensive linemen for visits? You gotta also look. I'm not 100% sure, but you also got to think like this. There's oftentimes people bring in people and draft somebody they didn't even talk to. And we've done that a lot. There's a couple of our players that have been like, nah, I didn't even know I was on their radar. I didn't have a meeting with them at the combine. I didn't get called to come talk to them. You know what I mean? During the free era where people get to run around and have visits. None of that. You know what I mean? But they still get drafted by us. I think the people that you bring in, you're literally just trying to do your due diligence. I mean, you're on the fence about taking them, and you need to bring them in just to see, you know what I mean, what they are. And sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't. Crosby was one of those. Crosby was one of those guys. We didn't, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, look, do I think Ashton Genty could be something good in the NFL? Probably. But coming off of a season where he took 357 hits behind the line of scrimmage, I'm pretty sure you could add another 200 to 300 to in front of the line of scrimmage that he took. So now we're talking about 600-700 hits that the kid took last year alone. That's a lot. And then people were saying, "Oh, he's like Jonathan Taylor." Now, if you would have told me Fred Taylor, I'd have been like, "Cool, let's get it in."
Wrong Taylor.
Freddie T? Okay, cool. I ain't gonna call him Freaky Freddie. I don't know him like that. Freddie T? From Jacksonville? Freddie T? Oh, man. Yeah, hell yeah, bring him in. But Jonathan Taylor, you're comparing him to a running back who can't stay healthy in the NFL. That's not giving the kid any. It's not giving him any credit, bro. I'm just being honest about that. You cannot compare him to a guy who can't stay healthy and assume that that's what I want. I want the complete opposite. I
just feel, again, like I said, to go up that high to go get him when there's other guys, it would be different. It would be different for me if we looked at the totality of this draft class of the running backs, and there was only one good, only one real good one. And you seen that if you've been following the draft for a couple of years, there's certain rooms where if you don't get that number one guy, you kind of out of luck. But
I'm gonna say this:
with this running back room, there's a whole bunch of guys.
I got a feeling the Raiders is gonna trade up. I got a feeling they're gonna trade up. I do.
They need to.
I got a feeling they're gonna trade up. If they can't get one, they're gonna try and get two. But you said you need one more. Hell yeah, Loon, pull. If you ain't at work, man, pull up. You already know, bro. You ain't even gotta ask, man. Just slide on in the game, bro. You already know. For me, what was I saying?
You're talking about the running backs drafted high in the first round. Because that's a risk.
Oh, trade up. We was talking trade up.
Yeah.
We was talking trade up.
You're right.
So, if the Raiders can't get one, and let's just say Carter Abdul is the number one pick, right? Let's say Carter Abdul is the number 1 pick. The Raiders are going to try and get the number 2 pick for Travis Hunter. I think the Raiders want Travis Hunter. I think that's who they want. I think that's why they let go of Jack Jones. And I'm just being honest about that. You need a corner. And who better than one of the best corners coming out this year?
Oh, you talking about the Heisman Trophy winner?
I'm talking about the man who swept every major category. I'm talking about the man who swept every major category. Raider Peaches, what's good? Salute, sis. The truth, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you. Ladies and gentlemen, guess who's back? He in the building again today, ladies and gentlemen. This man working hard, man. You know what I mean? He out here doing the damn thing, man. I'm not gonna open the door for a nigga who got the key. I'm just not gonna do it.
You a jerk, man. You could have gave me an introduction. Oh, hating ass.
He gonna leave the door open.
What's the deal? What's the deal, y'all?
Hey, what's good, fam?
All right. All right, Dirty. I heard you talking. Go ahead, run that shit. Let me hear that shit.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It makes sense to trade up for Travis Hunter.
Bruh, I've been hearing that shit. Well, there ain't no rumor, but I done heard people pass that like we all gotta admit, Travis Hunter is a generational type talent. Facts, right?
Hey.
Aren't those the kind of players you trade up for?
He the new Charles Woodson.
Bruh.
Because, you know, Charles Woodson was the new Dion. You know what I mean? So Travis Hunter got to be the new Charles Woodson.
And I think Pete Carroll is the kind of coach that'll let him do that shit. Not overuse him, but, you know what I mean? Throw him in there on some nickel type shit. You know what I mean?
They the only two players that I can think of off the top of my head that played both sides of the ball in the NFL.
Man,
there's a few of them, but they didn't have a polarizing name. I'll say,
yeah, because you can't count special teams.
Special teams don't count.
I play defense, and I do kick return.
Because I was gonna say Pac-Man Jones was
look.
Yeah, for real.
Beast in special teams.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this. I've seen some wide receivers playing defense on some Hail Mary plays, but that don't count.
Nah.
That don't count.
And
I'm talking about players where plays was drawn up for them on the offensive side of the ball, but they was defensive guys.
Man, I'm telling you.
And it's
on a regular.
And it sticks out even more. Quick. You know, it sticks out even more because can I talk about the elephant in the room? Who's really comfortable with this cornerback room? Who can we for surely say is a starter, not starter by default, but a bona fide, hey, just he's coming in and he's the number one, or he's going to take over the number 2 spot, and especially getting rid of Jack Jones. And maybe you guys can help me out on what was there some drama behind that, or it was just, hey, you know, it was just time for you to move on. I don't know.
Jack Jones.
We are very short at the quarterback room.
I look, I don't really 100% know, but I can speculate, and I can pretty much almost narrow it down to what it was. The fact of the matter was,
I'm not their baby pappy.
Jack Jones was never the Raiders' guy. That was Antonio Pierce's guy.
That was Antonio Pierce's guy. That's a good point. That's a damn good point.
He was never the Raiders' guy.
Yeah.
He was Antonio Pierce's guy. And he did some good things while he was here, and I appreciate what he did. You know what I mean? Couple touchdowns, picking off Patty Mahomes, making him look back, things of that nature. I appreciate that. I respect it.
But on the flip side, 9 touchdowns you gave up this past season with almost 700 yards.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. He gave up 6 of them because he had a bad back,
Well,
and
hey,
he was still playing. Look, I will still say this. I still think Jack Jones is a decent corner.
Yeah.
I'm not saying great. I didn't say great. I said decent. He can play in the NFL. That's for sure. He can play in the NFL.
oh no, that's facts.
You
That's
know what I
facts.
mean? So I'm not gonna shit on the man just because we let him go. I didn't shit on him when he was here. I ain't gonna shit on him while he gone. You know, he don't deserve that. You know what I mean? He don't deserve that. Not from me.
I was a fan of him. You know what I'm saying? I liked him coming out the draft. You know what I'm saying? And I was glad that he did come over here because I
Yeah,
saw
no, he did his thing.
what he brought to the table. But you know, I think a lot of, and maybe this, and I'm gonna spin it this narrative too on the Jack Jones side. Maybe those touchdowns were given up because maybe the pass rush wasn't all the way there.
I think our strength is the pass rush. Wasn't the secondary.
Well, I know we wasn't a really good defense this year.
No, I mean, that's facts. And then you figure the injuries ain't going, you know what I mean? It's going to make it look bad too.
Yeah.
We was better the previous year. We went from 26th to 9th back to 25th.
We'll see what we do now, man. What I know, I mean, yeah, Jack Jones, the thing that I see why he would probably be gone is he's not the prototypical Pete Carroll corner. You know what I mean? Corner Pete Carroll's in love with long, lanky, rangy secondary with safety. Because look what he brought in. You kept Palomar, you gave him an extension. He's 6'4".
Mhm.
You bring Jeremy Chin, 6'3". You got Lonnie Johnson, who is 6'2". You got Eric Stokes, who was 6'1". Now I'm starting, and it's the same thing that he did with Seattle.
So
you know what I mean? Everybody wasn't drafted in the first round. The people he got fit what he's trying to do in that secondary. You know what I mean? I don't think Jack Jones was one of them.
And with that being said, Loon, then we gotta ask about the other member of the Lollipop Guild, Bennett.
But Bennett had 8 pass breakups before he got injured.
I'm
call him Mr. PBU. He wasn't giving up shit.
I'm talking about the measurables.
Well, 6 foot. He's 6 foot, but he proved himself though. You know what I mean? He didn't get burnt for 700 yards and 9 touchdowns. It seemed like every time they threw his direction when he was man on man, that ball got broken up every fucking time. That's why I was calling him Mr. PBU. Every time you look up, he was knocking the ball away. So I'm like, okay, but can he come back off this injury and continue to do that though? That's the question.
I will say this. He had a much better second season than he had a rookie season.
Facts. That's facts.
Yeah,
and that's called progression.
Much better second season than he had,
development. Yes, that's facts because everybody was ready to get rid of him after his rookie year. And I said,
I wasn't ready to get rid of him. Remember, I always said the kid just needs some time. I think he was thrown to the wolves too early. He just needs some time.
Development.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's key.
I feel like he just needs some time. I ain't never gonna get me to get over this for at least another two years, man. But I'm still mad.
T-Dub.
Still mad that Robbie Rob ain't here. You know what I mean? Still mad Robinson ain't here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he's in a better place now. Literally. He's in a better place now.
For real.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I know he in a better place. That's the problem. That's the problem within itself.
A better place, bro.
Hey, look. I wish the man the best, but damn it, did you have to take my words? You really have to take my words and get the best?
Hey, all I'm saying is that if he was here, then we ain't got to worry about Darnay Holmes playing the slot.
Man. Man.
That's why like, we was talking about Travis Hunter, gotta maybe possibly move up for that because again, what do we really got in that corner room?
I know, but I think we like I said, well, the one thing that I took from Pete Carroll was and him and Spytek, they like guys with chips on their shoulder that has something to prove. You gotta ball out if you want this next contract. You know what I mean? And because that puts you in a good position as a team and as a player, because now you busting your ass to get the money, and we're getting that out of you to help the team win. You know what I mean? It's like what we did Josh Jacobs. When did Josh Jacobs lead the league in rushing? When he had 1 year left. Wasn't that 1 year left? Because that was 2 years ago. He wasn't here this past season. He was with Green Bay now. So he busted his ass to try to get that deal, and we didn't give it to him.
Green Bay gave him a nice little chunk of change.
We'll see what happens. Exactly. And we'll see what happens. He did solid. He didn't lead the league in rushing, but he did solid.
Well, shit, it was kind of hard to do with the way fucking Philly's line is set up, and Saquon.
Saquon, yep. Man.
I always look. Everybody always got mad at me for being down on Saquon, but nobody ever heard my argument that I kept saying Saquon is never going to do shit in New York.
Nobody's going to do shit.
Needs to go to a better team to be something. I was just being honest. Being honest.
Watch what the Giants do. The Giants going to do exactly why they said Saquon wasn't going to be shit in New York. Watch New York draft Jackson Dart at 3.
That's another thing, man. I watched Jackson Dart.
Watch what happens, bro. They're gonna reach go gadget on.
Hey, please draft. Please draft.
Hey, for real, because that benefits us if they do that shit.
Please do that,
bruh.
Please do that.
I'm just saying. I watched the kids' highlight tapes today. I watched some highlight tapes today on Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
Quack. Quack.
He said he throwing ducks
all day long. And that's getting picked off in the NFL. I'm sorry. Can the kid play ball? Yes. Yes, he can. But is he out there throwing ducks deep? Yes. Yes, he is.
See, I'm gonna tell you about the food.
I thought this. When I turned on the highlight tape, I thought I was watching Duck Dynasty.
You thought you was watching Duck Dynasty? You stupid. Is that shit even on anymore? Look,
I was waiting for Uncle Si to pop up. Man, I was waiting for Uncle Si to pop up.
Oh shit! Damn. Poor Jackson Dart. He gonna be doing Dodge commercials.
And he's not that. I'll be the nicer side of Jackson Dart. He's not that bad of a quarterback, but he needs time. So if you're trying to rush him out there, like everybody's trying to do these guys, even the Cams and Shadors, you're gonna ruin them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I always think about DC's brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got 8, boy.
Hey, he could throw the heck out of the ball.
Yeah, not from his back though.
Exactly.
Not from his back though.
And by the time he had a chance to get around the line, they were already calling him a wash because he, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that to some of these guys. Some of these guys are rip them out the plastic and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
Some of them, you got to let it sit for a minute.
Facts. That's facts for real.
Look, the thing of the matter is, this is what my show is about. The running back and the quarterback are the two positions you want to avoid in this first round. And I'm just being honest about that. The O-line is so nice in the first round. Why? Like, if you're really trying to build your offense, you got Geno. I would rather go AOC, backing up Geno, getting a generational talent at O-line or wide receiver in the first round. No, just being honest.
They got to do something because even
or a corner.
The math ain't mathing.
I'll take Travis, bro. You get me Travis Hunter. I don't give a shit about nothing else. You just got me a corner and a wide receiver in one pick.
2 for 1.
You just got me a 2 for 1.
You got 2 40 ounces for $2.
Yeah.
What you say about my mama?
And the thing is, he's hungry. He wants to play. See, it's one thing of having a player that's okay with just getting a big payday because he made it to the pros, but he wants to play both positions. He wants it.
He's wired
differently.
He's wired differently.
Yes.
And it's similar to, everybody talks about how great Max Crosby's motor is. Trust me, Travis Hunter got.
He has to. He has to doing what he did at Colorado this season.
For his money.
Man, for real. Man. He's going to be a problem. Whoever gets Travis Hunter is going to be a problem. Because, see, the one thing that really balances him out is the fact that he plays 2 positions that has to understand each one of the positions he plays. He plays corner, so he knows how to guard a wide receiver because he's a wide receiver that's being guarded by a corner. So he plays both of them, so he knows how to manipulate it to his advantage. He knows how to guard a great wide receiver because he's a great wide receiver that just happens to play corner. Remember the old saying they say there's a reason why you play corner because you can't catch? Well, guess what he can do? He can catch. I expect him to have a nice load of interceptions this season because he's going to anticipate the ball. He knows where the ball's going. He knows the route the receiver is running if he's playing corner. He knows what spot to be in when that ball gets there to pick it off. That's why he did that at Colorado. That's why Fuchs stopped throwing his way. I'm not throwing to him.
And he went even further with that on the pro day and went out there and was catching with no gloves.
Bruh, what with the one hand catches? You see who's sitting there just
with no gloves.
Come on, bruh. I wonder how big his hands is because that's a big factor too. I'm curious. Is he 10 inches? Pause. I'm talking about his hands.
Hey, I don't care. I don't care what size his hands is. I've seen enough tape that shows that he got hands regardless.
Look, the boy got hands, and his hands is only 9 1/8. He ain't got no 10-inch hands. Now, like somebody like McMillan has 10-inch hands. You know what I mean? But this kid, a 9 1/8, and he's snatching balls one-handed, like, bruh. The boy is a natural. He's just natural. And that's a generational type, and he's natural at both positions.
It's bad when and we talking a lot about Travis Hunter at this time, but it's bad when you watching the primetime TV channels and they don't even know if he's a corner or a wide receiver. They don't know which one's better.
Hey, and the dude that I heard, I forgot who it was that was saying that the Raiders, in his mock draft, the Raiders trade up to 2 with Cleveland to get Travis Hunter, and said that they would give up. Would you give up 2 second-round picks to move up and swap from 6 to 2? And I said, yeah. And dude said, yeah, I would do it because you will look at it like this, where even if it's a first-round pick, this year he's a first-round wide receiver, and if he was in the draft next year, he would be a first-round corner. So you getting 2, you know what I mean? You getting that for the value. He's just unique, man. He's just one of them unique cats that you get every so often that you're not going to see for a long time. You know what I mean?
Let's just show the people. Let's just give them some highlight.
Handle
Let's
that.
give them some highlights.
See these hands. Not CD Lamb, just to see these hands.
Don't.
And while you're watching, please understand that this right here, this guy right here, that's Shedeur Sanders. That quarterback guy, that's Shedeur. Let's see what Travis is all about. Ooh, give him a move. Wheels. Hot Wheels. That's a nice strike. Some nice strike. I don't know what the people be talking about accuracy for. Oh, got 2 down too.
Yeah, he got it down.
2 down. No. We're gonna go back it up a little bit. 2 down. Yes, he got 2 down. Yeah, 2 down. Oh, fight for it. Fight for it.
He know what it is. Look at this. Look.
Let's see that. Look back. Give me
And
that.
Look at that.
Line position.
Good. He got good.
So
Ooh.
somebody asked if he tackles. Yes. Yes, he does. Get off me. Takes hits too. Just saying. If I'm trading up for Travis Hunter. Look,
yeah, he's that type of player you would trade up for.
Question. When you go back and you look at that play right there, right? You just go back and look at that play again right here. Okay, from the beginning. Let's look at that play from the beginning. All right, boom, move, get out the pocket, makes up a fine you got. Oh, I mean, is that not the makings of a good quarterback?
Yeah, because he didn't have to do too much to catch that ball.
2 players at one time with this film. You know what I mean? I can look at 2 players at one time with this film.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. He's a unicorn.
Well, you take Travis. If you got Travis and Shador on the fucking board at the same time, bro, look, I love Shador. I think he's going to be an excellent quarterback at the NFL level. After sitting a couple of games, I think a couple of weeks, I think he starts somewhere around week 6, week 7 for somebody. Right? That's my thought process, bro. That's just my thought process. I could be wrong, but you definitely take Travis. Travis is a plug and play type person. You know what I mean? Like when you buying Harley Davidson parts, bro, you want that shit to say plug and play. You want that shit to say plug and play. You don't want to have to splice into no wires to make nothing work on your Harley, nigga. You want that shit to be plug and play. So that's how I feel about, Travis Hunter. I mean, let's look at more highlights. That was a good catch right there. Here we are in the goal line situation. You know what I mean? Ooh, look at the nice route. Nice route.
Yep.
Let's see what we got on defense. Oh, interception.
And he snatched that at the last second. That was so clean. I remember. Is they gonna show the replay of that one up close? Is that the? Oh no, they didn't show that one on this.
Find me. And that was a great pass too, bro. That's a great pass. It was placed only where the wide receiver can get it. Oh, I shook you. Oh, I'm off to the race with you. Whoa. I see. Look, this is what I'm looking for, man. This is a guy who can play both sides of the ball. He's gonna catch the ball whenever it comes to him. He's gonna catch it. Oh, fumble. Was that Travis? Oh, that was Travis. Give me.
Damn, coughed it up.
JT, what's good with you, Brody, man? What's good with you, brother? Blessings to you, man. Hey, if you ain't doing nothing, let me know. I'll shoot you the link right now. You know what I mean? But
hey, who's that quarterback moving in the pocket? Out of the pocket.
Some kid named Shador Sanders.
Shador?
Yeah. I think he in the draft, bro. I'm not 100% sure. You know what I mean? But I believe the kid is in the draft.
It looks like he can go in the first round.
I'm just saying.
It looked like it to me.
I'm just saying.
He looked like a first round talent.
Truthfully, turning on his film was the first time I even seen him or heard of him, bro.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know who he was with that.
Where you go to William and Mary? What college you went to?
Hey,
Shreveport Community College.
Hey, look. Somebody told me that he was somehow related to Neon Dion, bro.
What? Not Neon. Used to sell the neon cars at the car lot. Had a car lot that sold neons, right? That
somebody told me he was related to Neon Dion, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it.
No.
I don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see it. What's the kid's personality like, huh?
Man, for real.
What's
Is he
the
cocky?
kid's personality
Is he
like?
cocky? Is he a cocky son of a bitch?
Hey, is he a stunner like his daddy?
Oh, what? Did the apple fall not too far
Is he
from the tree?
Is he a stunner like his daddy?
Hey, it ain't his fault that Colorado was NIL and NIL and them like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look.
Ray Love want to know if you've been out fishing, Twuan.
Hey, I have not been fishing.
I'm about to try to go Saturday. Shit.
Hey, it's good out here this week. And speaking of fishing, you know who loves fishing, and you ain't got to worry about him wilding out on the strip. Travis Hunter.
He gonna be at the lake.
That's right, because he looked like a big mouse bass anyway.
Hey, look, Mama's little mistake down by the lake, nigga.
that boy got a mouthful of teeth, boy. I tell you that much.
I just tell you, boy. I tell you, boy. I tell you. I
like Colorado players because they get trained right. You know what I'm saying? Even Dion said, he said, "Hey, all my son wants to do is play football, and on his off time, he want to make little songs." he don't want to drink. He don't want to party. He just want to make his little songs. And that's both of them. Shador, he does his music on Travis's off day. He gonna be on his boat fishing.
Yep. Yes,
and
indeed.
He's already said no matter where he at, he's gonna be looking for some water. So
come on, Travis. We go to Lake Mead for real. I know all the spots. For real. I didn't hit them all. I'm about to get back on that shit again, boy. Man. We gonna go get some of them striped bass out in that bitch, boy.
Yeah. It's that time of year, striped
man.
Bass.
We gonna be 98 degrees tomorrow out here, so shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, look. Shit. I think Arizona like 103 this weekend.
Yeah, that's the devil's armpit.
I'm so glad the event was last weekend and not this weekend, boy.
Man.
Woo.
I seen the little videos and shit out there. It was lit out there in Arizona, huh?
Huh?
For the bikes and stuff out there in Arizona. I seen somebody post a video. It was like hella people out there.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was real nice. It was real nice.
So draft wise, going up, getting, to be honest with you, I don't even think we might. He might go to 3.
I done seen mock drafts where he went further than 3.
Travis Hunter?
4 and 5. I seen it.
That's what I'm saying.
I seen him go 5.
We might not have to mortgage that much because if the Titans get Abdul Carter, right?
Yeah.
The Browns, we already know what they got to get.
We know exactly. Cam Ward.
So there goes the first quarterback off the board.
And then the second one should come right behind him to New York. Shador. That's why I said 4 and 5 is if you do move up, you might only have to move up to 4 unless New England has their heart set on the Travis Hunter.
They need an offensive line.
That's what that's one thing I was trying to get to. Like I think they got more need. Now I can see Jacksonville taking Travis Hunter for sure. You know what I mean? But New England is, I don't know. It's either going to be an O lineman or do they go fucking Graham or I don't know.
And I think they got corners over there because don't they got who's that? Was it Gonzalez?
Gonzalez from Oregon, right? With New England, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who the other corner is. But man, I tell you what, I don't think and you figure who else did they sign? New England signed Diggs. They got Diggs, and then they traded for. Didn't they trade for a wide receiver too? I'm trying to remember who all did New England get.
Man, New England got a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm already knowing they got the luxury of having a rookie quarterback with a low salary.
That cheap
What
labor. That's why I say
there
it
it
all
is.
the time.
There it is, right there.
You can ball out when your starting quarterback is under his rookie contract.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, the Patriots. To be honest with you, I think that's going to be a sleeper team this year. With the people that they brought in.
Yeah, but it's not going to gel that quick. You got a damn near a whole new. You know what I mean? It's not going to gel that quick. It's going to take time. Now, probably towards the end of the season, you might start. Oh shit! Somebody burn rubber on me, Charlie.
My fault. My fault.
Yeah, man. The Patriots, they they made some moves, some serious moves.
Yeah,
because they got Spillane from us. Who else was? Didn't one of our other players go to the Patriots?
Was it Diablo? I can't remember. I'm looking this shit up now to see exactly who they all signed, because I know they signed a shitload of people.
Patriots free agents.
What were the 2025 New England Patriots acquisitions?
Yeah, because they
look, Stephon Diggs, wide receiver, Harold Landry, linebacker, Robert Spillane, linebacker, Carlton Davis, cornerback, Morgan Moses at offensive tackle. Who else are they on here? Milton Williams, defensive tackle, and others. Who's the others though? I know there was somebody else from us that went over there. They was out there. They was out there making it rain.
So Travis might fall.
That's a possibility.
Will fall closer to us. I'll say it like that. Because Jacksonville, you gotta think about what Jacksonville needs.
Yeah,
they already got a quarterback.
Oh, and they brought back was it Christian Ellis? Remember the dude that we tried to sign, the linebacker? They matched him.
That's the dude.
Yeah, they matched him, so they brought him back. So they linebacker core is there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see who else.
But if you got Carlton Davis and Gonzalez on the other side, you good.
Oh, you know who else they got from us? Now I see who it is. Chason, yep. Linebacker. Who else was it? I thought there was another wide receiver they got too. I must be.
No, they got the linebacker, right? They got Spillane.
Yep.
Yeah, but they made some moves. We gotta
I think the Raiders is going to do something, bro. I think there's I think there's a trade trade that's gonna happen. I just got a funny feeling, bro.
Just how much money we got left on the cap?
50 million, and we got to spend 89% of our cap money this year.
You gonna spend at least, I'm gonna say about 12 of that on your
Free agent
draft.
on the draft, yeah. If that. See, right now we got 9 draft picks. We if we trade up, we're not gonna have 9 picks no more. You know what I mean? If we trade back, we're gonna have more than 9 picks. So that can fluctuate. You know what I mean? So, but the thing I'm looking at, like you said, we started off the season where we have 100 million under the cap. We at 50 now. We only spent 50%. The rules of the league is you have to spend 89%, or the money you don't spend gets spread out to the players that were on the team this year, this past season. Right now, next year they get that money. It's spread out amongst those players, so you don't even get that money to your cap. If you try to save more than 11%, ain't happening. League said you got to spend 89% of that shit. You only can carry over 11. So at 50 million, and we only spent about 50% of our cap, we still got 39% to spend of that 50 million. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
Either it's going to be a lot of big fish, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be like one big fish, or it's going to be
that's all it's going to be.
A couple of middle-sized ones, and we're going to run with those.
Man, because I'm hearing that they said the Raiders will sign a veteran wide receiver. We're thinking Lockett, but what if they're in the works to try to trade for one? That, you know what I mean? And they can absorb that contract. That's why I was thinking like somebody like a Tyreek Hill, because he, you know what I mean? But after this incident, I don't know what happened with him and his BM, but I know what no charges, you know what I mean, brought to him. Yeah. If it was an issue, but at the same time, can you imagine a Tyreek Hill in our offense with Bowers and Jacoby Myers?
Hey,
and what if you do? And what if you do draft a Genty?
I see that as a liability, especially in Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's doing that in Miami,
but we don't know the deal behind that in Miami. You know what I mean? And then speaking of Miami, we know that JPJ and Gina was in Florida working out too. Who else was he throwing to besides Diggs? You know what I mean? Them players, it's not tampering if players are talking to each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there because I know he only has 1 year left on his deal. What you call it does, and he has about what he has left on his contract. I think he has a base salary of 16 million.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's I'm like, I don't know, bro. But I haven't heard it. Somebody tried to throw that out there as a you know what I mean, a so-called pundit trying to say, oh, the Raiders should try to trade for Tyreek Hill, and I'm like, it makes sense. You know what I mean? You need a number one.
They always throwing stuff at us, though.
I'm already knowing. They've been saying everything. They for damn sure certain Raiders are taking Genty. I don't think it's that solid. I don't think it's that, you know what I mean? No. But I like Genty. I wouldn't be mad if we did. That's why I said a lot of people be mad in the nation because we didn't take this player or that player, but the players that they took over the ones you wanted to get drafted, you can't sit there and be like they ain't shit. You can't say Graham, like if they took Graham instead of Genty, you like, oh, he's trash. You can't say that. You can't say that about if you took the corner out of Michigan. You can't say that. Can't say it if I mean there's a lot of different directions we can go at 6.
And our offensive coordinator had a front row seat to 2 of the guys that are not going to be drafted that high.
Exactly.
So
and had both of them at 1,000 yards each. You know what I mean? Like I said, this draft got a lot of good. Now I ain't gonna lie. Going back watching Genty is a hell of a running back for his stature, and don't misconstrue his ability in the passing game, because 2023 he was so balanced that year with running and catching the ball. That was when you showed off his balance. Now I know he did a lot of running this year. A lot of people think, oh well, he did a lot of wear and tear. But you got to remember, he only played 3 years at Boise State. He only got 3 years of wear and tear. He's a junior, ain't he?
Yeah.
So that's 1 year less that he's running that many times at Boise State. Because he definitely ain't gonna run that much with us. We're not looking for a 35 carry a game type running back. We want to compliment, but Mostert is here, so Mostert is a good number 2 if he's healthy. Because he scored a lot of touchdowns before last year. You know what I mean? What he had, 20-something touchdowns, 2023, and he wasn't healthy. He was not healthy at all, and he was still out there playing. So if Mostert come back healthy, bruh, you get a decent running back. It don't have to be Genty. That's still going to be a nice 1-2 combination.
Yeah, we need something more than Mostert though.
No, I'm knowing. You go get. I say go get 2 running backs in the draft, but it's going to be kind of hard if you do move up for. See, this is where you damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you do move up and try to get a Travis Hunter, you're going to give up assets to do it. Hopefully you can delay that and just hopefully whoever you move up with will be happy with next year picks. Because this year is too deep to be like, nah, bruh. I'd rather see us trade back from 6, get an extra second in the third, and then address a lot of problems with top tier talent early. You know what I mean? I would love to have 3 to 4 picks in the first 2-3 rounds, you know? And just knock it out the park. Hit them. Get those picks right, and we good.
I mean, we used one of them on Geno, so obviously there was one, but hey, it was well needed.
We needed it
like that.
You know what I mean? We needed it. That's just show you how much they didn't have confidence in AOC. See, everybody, well, give AOC. They see what AOC is, bro. AOC is gonna be who he is. Now, in a different system, in a different situation, he might be, better off. But I'm knowing that Chip Kelly, he wants a dual threat type quarterback so he can open up that playbook. Shit, if you got Will Howard running the damn ball at Ohio State, you know what I mean? It ain't like he running a 4-4, but he had him running the ball. It'll take AOC about a 4-3 just to get to the line of scrimmage. And that's only like two yards. It's gonna take him 4.3 seconds to get to that motherfucker, man.
That's ridiculous.
That's the only 4-3 he gonna have. From under center to the line of scrimmage, he'll get there in 4.3 seconds. Because I tell you, man, the way he run it pains me. It's kind of like watching a newborn giraffe trying to learn how to walk. All knock-kneed and just that's not his strength. And we're not looking for a pocket passer. Because like I said, nowadays, the college dictates to the NFL what the next wave of quarterback is going to be.
Yeah, it do.
If these colleges out here recruiting those type of quarterbacks that's mobile and can throw, that's all you're going to be able to draft from coming out of college because that's all that they're going to recruit. So at the end of the day, how many pocket passers do you know that just strictly stay in the pocket and don't? And when I say mobile, I ain't talking about taking off running for 20 yards, but I'm talking about just moving around a loo pass rushers that's running 4.6s. You know what I mean? You got 260-pound men running 4.5s and 4.6s, and you think if you can't elude that, good luck. Because that's just the evolution of football and the athlete. It's going to get faster. It's going to get stronger. It's going to get bigger. And AOC is built for 1985. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not saying he's trash. He's good at what he does, but that's not what the league is going to now. Look at all the quarterbacks coming out in this draft. Which one sits in the pocket? Which one ain't mobile? Cam Ward, Shador, Jackson Dart, Doug Gabriel. I said Doug Gabriel, Dylan Gabriel. All these dudes is mobile and can throw the ball. That's all you got to choose from. Next year, who's coming out in the draft? You know what I mean? Yours even is mobile. You ain't got to be the fastest, but he moves around in that pocket.
Right.
If he don't, he's dead to rights.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, bro. It's just AOC he was born too late. He was born too late. You know what I mean? If he was born later in a different era when there was only like 5 mobile quarterbacks in the NFL, now I can count about 20. Now some may not pan out like your Richardsons, but you know we look at the quarterbacks that's doing shit now.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say this. You know, I like to ruffle feathers. Had AOC had the chance to sit behind Derek Carr, he'd have been a better quarterback.
Well, that was a better team.
I'm just saying.
That's the last time we was in the playoffs.
AOC would have had the opportunity to sit behind Derek Carr versus the other fucknuts that he sat behind.
Well, yeah, that is true too.
He'd be a better quarterback.
And you know who confirms that? A lot of people in the NFL, analysts. Even Mayock was talking about, hey, you know, if Shedeur goes down to 9 with the Saints, you know, they got Derek Carr. Derek Carr would be a good teacher for him. And under, like, he was like, and I was like, yeah.
The replacement.
Yeah, Raider Night. I did hear about the 3 refs that got fired. That was recently. I think they let go a total of 6 or 7 referees
in the NFL.
Yeah.
About time they crack down on these suckers.
Bad calls.
Man.
Bad calls.
They need to start getting graded for that shit.
They do. That's what leads to them getting fired. Too many bad calls. Matter.
Well, yeah,
the referee commission, they review all of this shit at the end of the season. They review all these games.
Yeah,
to renew your license, see what you did and what you did. You know, how many things you get right, how many things you got wrong. You know what I mean? Did you judge this game with emotion or did you judge this game fairly? You know, they're looking at all of that, and you can see that in the replays.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got referees looking dead at the play.
And yeah, that kind of shit. Like, what, you brain fart?
And they're looking at these tapes like, hold on, you were standing right there. You didn't throw a flag. Like, I see their complaint is valid. Like, you were standing right there.
Yeah, for real.
The call, the penalty is clear as day, and you didn't throw a flag. You reached for it, but then you didn't throw it. Well, why didn't you throw it? Well, nobody else threw one. And nobody else was standing there.
And they have.
If you see, if you're walking down the street and you got an AR-15 on your side, you see somebody getting jumped. Are you gonna say, "Well,
who got a gun?" Or you record, or a motherfucker recording it. Hey, somebody call 911. Man, get off your fucking camera.
Gonna record. They're gonna record you getting beat up.
Somebody call 911.
After about 2 minutes of filming, then they're gonna let off shots and record the people scrambling and running away.
That'd be the most mania shit. When a motherfucker be on their phone recording the incident and asking who got a camera, somebody call 911.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got another guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how this channel go, man. This channel operates off of many opinions, and this man, well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, he's got the name for a reason. I think I'm the one that gave it to him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the king of controversy, the one and only up for review, Mr. J Tizzle. What's good, JT?
JT, the brick.
Nah, I'm not the brick. Nah, not at all.
Oh,
what's good, fellas? Salute to my brother Twuan.
I'm sorry for all the running around, bro. Like I'm my bad, bro.
Oh no, man! Hey, I'm just happy I got to see you, bro. That's all it is, man. Even though I thought I didn't, when we was at the light, I was like, "Damn, the light's about to change. I can't even get out and give my brother a hug." But nah, just to see you was special, though. So I appreciate, even though my ass went. You said you went to 40th and baseline. That was a 40th and baseline.
Hey, I said I was going up to 40th and baseline.
That is the opposite direction. Opposite direction.
Hey, look, I was shocked that he took us away from the Airbnb too. I'm like,
That's,
bro,
that's, that's what I said. I was like, wait, why are they going the opposite way? Like, wouldn't you want, like, you trying on your way home?
The Airbnb, bro. Like, I know there's an in and out towards the Airbnb. I seen like 2 of them.
I know. Hey, you should have seen my face when I walked in. I said, ain't no brothers up in here, damn. I was like, because you would have saw where we left. Man, there was so much chocolate and shea butter and Hennessy up in that piece, man. I ain't seen that much chocolate and AZ in ever.
Damn.
Hey, look, I told you about the picnic, bro. I told you, nigga, it was packed, nigga.
It was packed, but I got parking because I had quality parking right in the front at the exit. I was parked right there. So when I walked out, I was like, cool. And then I walked around for a little bit, chatting up with a couple people I saw, and then I was just like, man, it was like most of the people I saw was from LA. I was like, damn.
Yeah. LA was
like,
deep in AZ this weekend.
Yeah. I was like, man, I almost felt like at home. I was like, nah, I ain't about to leave in a minute, but
prayers for those who didn't make it back home to LA from AZ.
Oh man, there were so many that went down. Even the night before, man, I'm like, dang, they wilding out here, man. But the weather was beautiful.
That's just how they slide. That's how they slide out here. See, the thing about it is, y'all drivers don't give a fucking AZ, bro.
It's not just AZ. It's the sunbirds right now, man. It's a melting pot. Everybody out here. It's mainly the people from the Midwest.
Look, AZ is the driving in AZ is not what it was 10 years ago, bro. I'll tell you that right now. 10 years ago, you couldn't even split lanes, you know what I mean? But people were really nice about their driving and whatnot. Now, man, them motherfuckers be trying to push you out the way, bro. If you ain't doing 85, 90 on their freeway, you are in the way, bro.
Don't be in the fast lane. Don't be in the fast lane or the second to fast lane. But man. But no.
My bad. It was a bike party. It was Soul Brothers 51st
Soul Brothers annual dance.
Yeah, it was the Soul Brothers 51st annual, boy, and it was
yes,
packed. Full to the brim. Standing room only, bro. Standing room only.
Mm-hmm. Mini chocolate city that day.
Yeah, we were talking, you know.
I heard. I was listening, man. I saw, you guys getting that. I can smell the optimism word around you guys. You know, some of y'all playing certain videos. You know, like that Travis Hunter. He ain't gonna be around by the time. He's already off the board. But
hey, look, my Travis Hunter take started with trading up.
Yeah,
to get Travis Hunter.
That's what he was talking about, trading up.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't catch that part. I was talking about trading. Like, if we're gonna trade up, this is the player I'm trading up for, bro. Like, I'm not trading up for nobody else except for Travis Hunter. That's it. It's the only player I feel like is worth trading up for.
What? I disagree with that. He's one of them. I mean, he's one of them, but not the only player I trade up for.
My opinion. That's why you got your little square and your camera to voice your opinion. I got my camera, my square to voice.
I partially agree with you. I 100% disagree. The part was he's the only that's the key word only.
That's in my book. That's just in my book.
No. I mean, I think
I like Abdul Carter. Don't get me wrong. I like Abdul Carter. I don't feel like he's worth trading up for.
No, he's not worth trading up for.
You know what? There is another player that's worth trading up for. You know, in my book, two. Actually, there's two more players that I could see trading up for in my book. One would be Will Campbell. and Banks Jr. You know what I mean? Those I'm just saying in my book, bro. My book. But y'all know me, bro. I told y'all from the get-go, I want some offensive line.
Pick up
I
a
want
new
some
book.
blocking.
Pick up a new book. You need to pick up a new book.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's that one? NFL
This,
draft for dummies.
now the subtle art of not giving a fuck. That's what this book is.
Oh
Like,
shit.
pick up a new book. Nah, it's like shit. If you go trade it, everyone knew what my. I've said it from the last 3 pods I had. You know, dating back 5 months. You know, 3 and 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Doing good, doing good. 3 pods in 5 months, but
What?
hey, right.
You
You know,
balling?
when you working like a Jamaican, that's doing something. But I said, if you're gonna get Travis Hunter, you gotta package him with a quarterback. So you can get both of them. You're just gonna invest this draft and next year's draft. Don't just get. See, I'm trying to say this. I'm going pod probably tomorrow or sometime this weekend. And boy, do I have some shit to say. And I'm not gonna get it off my chest yet. But there is somebody in the organization who I do need to address. And I'm going to address you and you little fucking minion, you little buster. But I'm not going to say nothing yet. I'm being nice and being cordial because I'm going to give you one last chance. You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie said, give me one, give me one more. I'm going to give you one more chance. You fat bastard. But I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of things that are going on. And I was quiet long enough that I was able to do some digging. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you one more chance. You and your bullshit ass staff. But to adjust the situation, trade up for Travis Hunter. I would trade up for him if I'm going to get Shador or Cam. It's a package deal. You got to get both. You got to get both. You can't half-ass it. This whole offseason is bullshit. Some bullshit job they've been doing. Now, if we really want to get loud, if you really want to pod dirty, we can have a pod. Because I was going to say, I don't like what the F we doing. I'm not trying to cuss. I'm a Christian man right now. I don't like what the F we doing.
Praise the Lord.
I understand what you're trying to do. It's exciting because we're going to be an exciting team. I don't want to be exciting. I want to win.
I think
No.
what I'm seeing. Look, hold on.
Can you 2 more minutes? 2 minutes. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna put my milk up. Let's see my milk ain't in the refrigerator.
That's
I give you a minute.
curdle.
Okay, a minute. I've been patient. I've been quiet, and I see the BS that y'all trying to do again. If we make this trade on draft day, because I hate. Go ahead, Dirty. Go ahead. I'm gonna come back. It's gonna take longer than a minute. Go ahead.
Look. I feel like what I'm seeing from the Raiders is them trying to build to win now. They're not trying to build to win later. And I'm not saying that every move that they made is a winning move. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you make a move like they made to get a Geno. Now, people down Geno, but people don't look at the fact that Geno was better than that boy down in LA, and he was better than that boy down in Denver at the quarterback position. Only quarterback in our division that was better than him was Patrick Mahomes. So that's one step in the right direction. That's one step in the right direction. Two, you address the defense. You lost some pieces on the defense, but you brought some pieces in. Look, I see the faces you're making. That's fine. I get it. I never said that these were the greatest pieces. These are functional pieces. You draft your greatness. That's what you're gonna have to do. Just being honest, you're gonna have to draft your greatness.
Yep.
There's a good amount of linebackers. It's a good amount of offensive linemen. It's a good amount of wide receivers, right? You can get all of those in the late rounds. Now you talking about getting Travis Hunter and Shador? Well, you're gonna have to package up a whole lot to pull that off. And honestly, it sounds great. Sounds wonderful. But what are you giving up? Your first this year, your first next year, your second round this year, second round next year, your third round the year after that. I mean, come on. Like, how far are we moving? How far are we moving up? We moving up one spot, two spots, three spots? We moving up to number one? Because if you're moving up to number one, that's what it's gonna cost you.
Shit, I don't think Tennessee gonna move that one.
Hey, that's what it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you four. It's gonna cost you 4 picks. To move from 1 to 6, it's gonna cost you 4 picks. To move from 1 to 2, it may cost you this year's first and this year's second. I want to hear it. I want to hear what you're saying. What you saying? You muted yourself.
I know. I was waiting. That's why I didn't want to over talking. I was just saying it was going to be 1 or 2. 2 picks. It ain't going to be no 4 picks. It's not. You know why? Because we're going to guarantee a top 10 pick next year. You know why we're going to guarantee you a top 10 pick next year? Because we're not building a team to win next year. We're just building a team to compete next year, this season. This ain't a team that can win.
But who are we competing against?
Who we compete against?
Yeah, look at who we playing. A lot of them teams is
there's only one team that matters. There's only one team that matters, and it's the team that always matters. As long as they have Andy Reid as coach and that guy at quarterback, they gonna matter. And that's just in our division. You know, there's another guy, Mike Tomlin. That team's gonna be a contender. There's another team in Buffalo that's up and running. Miami might be better. Miami's trash. But there's a lot of teams that are contenders compared to us that we would have to beat. That we're not better than, and we haven't constructed a roster that's better than them. On top of that, we ain't out coaching nobody on X's and O's. And that's even with Pete Carroll as the head man. You know why? Pete Carroll ain't the one who's going to be calling the plays. It's the same MFers we had last year, really, that's calling the plays.
Who for us? What, Chip Kelly?
Trash.
Not offensive.
Trash. I know Chip Kelly better than anybody in Raider Nation.
I don't think so, because I'm a Duck fan.
I'm a UCLA fan.
Yeah, before he went to UCLA.
I seen him in Oregon.
And Oregon was not a factor until
when was the last time he looked like he was at Oregon?
What he looked like? What he was?
When was the last time he coached like he'd been in Oregon?
As a head coach, this shit only Philadelphia and then UCLA.
Philly?
No, I'm saying
last year. No, not even last year, Dirty.
No,
not even last year, Dirty.
I'm saying as far as being a head coach, he wasn't a head coach with Ohio State. He was an offensive coordinator, and they won the national championship. He's not a head coach for the
piggyback and convert. Y'all gonna give me the cuss, man. It's not even 12 o'clock.
He mad at Chip Kelly for the way he left UCLA.
He's just
not even that. No, not even that. He's
mad at the way he left UCLA. He thought
I'm not mad at that.
These was words out of your mouth. You told me, oh yeah, we about to run y'all. We got Chip Kelly now. We got a better offense about to be ran. We about to run y'all. You said that about SC.
And we did. We did. Yeah, I said that we did. But that wasn't his kids. Those weren't the kids he recruited. He didn't recruit them. When he went to Ohio State, how many kids did he recruit at Ohio State? None.
Coordinator.
Oh, hey, hold on. How good of a recruiter was Chip Kelly at Oregon?
He don't like recruiting. He
From
said
the
that.
famous words of
That's not
LL
his
Cool
shit.
J.
That's
You're
why
a
he said he's not
coordinator,
tripping off of being a
Trojan.
head coach.
Wait. What translates to the NFL? Knowing talent, knowing how to draft talent, knowing how to recruit. Part of recruiting is knowing how to see the talent. He doesn't know how to see it. So how am I going to trust this man if he can't recruit in college to draft a player coming from college?
He's not drafting nobody. He's only an offensive
He's the
coordinator.
whole guy for your offense.
Bruh, he's not gonna call. What you think he's gonna do? He's gonna trump Spytek? He's gonna trump Pete Carroll?
Yes,
No.
yes.
He's gonna trump Tom Brady?
Yes.
Hell no. Oh
yes.
No, you on that cabbage. You on that cabbage.
He ain't smoking cabbage.
I'm telling you, Chip Kelly is not carrying no water. His job is to create the offense and run that. That's his job.
Lou, you're saying you think I'm saying he has more power. I'm not saying that.
Say so. He don't have no say so like that. Okay. So you telling me when they went out and got Geno Smith, they had to ask Chip Kelly if that's what he wanted?
They said, "What do you need? I'm gonna need a quarterback." Wait. I'm responding to you, Lou.
No, I'm saying
they asked him, "What do you need? What do you need?"
That Chip Kelly.
We always needed a quarterback.
I believe without Chip Kelly has the majority say in the offense.
Mm-hmm. In offense,
I think he has the majority say on the offensive side of the ball. I think that's why they brought him in. You know what I mean? Because Pete Carroll is not a X and O's guy when it comes to offense. That's Chip Kelly's expertise. Chip Kelly is the offensive coordinator, also assistant head coach. You know what I mean? Along with Graham. You know what I mean? So I do agree in a sense that yes, Chip Kelly probably has the majority say so when it comes to the offense. But
the offense,
his game plan is still going to be checked. It's still going to get checked by Tom. It's still going to get checked by Carroll. You know what I mean? It's still going to get looked over. It's going to get approved or denied. You know,
ain't nobody gonna be changing his game plan. They're just gonna improve. No one's going to change his game plan. Like the only person who might do it is Brady, and if that happens, Chip Kelly ain't gonna last longer than a season. So right off the rip, you doing it wrong by bringing a guy in only for a season. You don't bring in a guy that you have to micromanage.
Hey, this is way better. This is a way better
on paper.
Until we see.
Who was our last offensive coordinator? And we talking like Chip Kelly ain't better than him.
Hold on. I'm gonna be honest. So starting from scratch to the building on what you had last year, I don't know.
That old trash ass from Chicago?
Hey, I saw a team that was getting better throughout the season, that they were developing and they were building upon. You're starting all over again. You're starting all over again.
We had 4 wins. 2 of those games came in the first 4 games of the season.
Hey. But my thing is, first off, I didn't anticipate us winning 7, 6, 8, 9 games. So us winning those 4 and looking the way we did, I'm not mad about that.
Shit.
J-Dog wants to know what's your record prediction.
My record this year? 6, 7 wins. That's 6, 7 wins. Okay, this is the real issue, Lou. If the Raiders overachieve and Chip Kelly gets credit, he's the next head coach at the next position open. He's not a guy that's going to sit and build upon. No, he's looking for a head coaching job. You know why? He would have stayed his ass at Ohio State. Granted, But and the thing is, the only reason he came here is because we threw $6 million at
Exactly.
this bum.
Exactly.
He's a bum for $6 million. He's a
Offensive-
bum for $6 million because he's not better than the NFL coaches that did it last year that we could have got for the same price.
Right now, he innocent till proven guilty.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's a better offensive coordinator. I'm telling you. That's his bread and butter.
In college. In college.
Even when he was with Philadelphia, the offense was doing their thing.
He fucked the offense. The offense was doing the same shit before he even got there. He fucked the offense up. He ran off so many damn people in Philly. He didn't even want to use Deshaun Jackson. He was forced to use him.
Ah, shit.
And you saw Deshaun Jackson in Cal.
I'm already.
You know what D-Jack can do.
Black Sales just joining us. He got a question. He said if Shedeur isn't there at 6, the pick has to be what? You fill in the blank. I want to hear y'all. I'm late. I know who I'm picking, and it's not Genty. So I'm gonna start with Genty. If Shedeur isn't there, who you taking at 6?
If Shedeur is not there, and okay. I already said who the Raiders are picking. I said this months ago before anybody was even talking about Gentry. It's going to be Gentry because Chip Kelly needs a running back. He needs a dual back system for his system to work, which is why he went to Ohio State to begin with, which is why he did good at Oregon in the first place, which is why he went to San Francisco when he had Jermichael Finley and Bruner and all them there. He needs a dual running back system for his shit to be successful, which is most likely why we're going to draft Gentry. Do I want him? No. Why don't I want him? Because he didn't play his junior year. He came back this year and had over 350 touches. 347 of rushing attempts. That kid doesn't have too much tread on the tires. He ain't been hit like he has been in the NFL. He ain't the best out the... He's decent out the backfield at catching. He can pick up run blocks. The problem is Chip Kelly's offense is going to put him in a very bad position if he runs the same system that he's been running in college and what he ran at freaking Philly. I don't trust his system in the NFL. In college, I hella trust it because it's a college system. That shit don't work in the pros. But to answer his question, if Shedeur's not there at 6, I will say best available. The best available. Because if Shedeur is not there at 6, what I would like to see is Cam Ward. If Cam Ward ain't there at 6, I'm gonna get T. McMillan from U of A. I'm getting a receiver because Geno needs a fucking receiver. I don't want Tyler Lockett. I want a number 1 receiver. We don't have a number 1 receiver. We barely have a number 2 receiver. I don't care what anybody says about Jacoby Myers. He is not a number 2. He's an okay number 2.
He's a good number 2.
He's an okay number 2. He just looks good because he's wearing silver and black. He was not good before he came here. Really, he was all right.
He was decent.
No, he was all right. He's all right. I could hang my head on decent, but he's not good. He's not.
I thought he got better when he got here.
He got better because he became our number 1, and we would have to force the ball to him. But when the game was on the line, we really need to move the change. He was nowhere to be fucking found.
Well, let's ask Twuan because I'm running on limited time. I got 20 minutes left.
We got.
I'm gonna give you 20 minutes.
If Shedeur's not there, Travis Hunter is definitely one that I would love to have. I would definitely be looking at D-line.
That's how Miles carried.
And there's 28 of them. And there's 28 of them in a zip.
I'd be looking at D-line.
Again, what's your assessment?
Huh?
Oh, go ahead, Twuan.
Again, that's still best player available when you're talking about the D-line, because if you're getting the best D tackle, you know what I'm saying, the top D tackle, that's best available. And that makes our D-line closer to what got the Super Bowl last year.
Sean, good God, what's good with you, man? Blessings to you, brother. Welcome home.
Yes, Joe, T-Mac at 6, because I was also said the same thing about Brock Bowers last year too, but nobody said anything about that, remember? Yes, T-Mac is the guy. He's transcending. I understand people are upset about him not watching film, but when you're that much better than the kids when you're that much better than the kids in college, you don't have to look at film. He doesn't. Now, here's the thing. He's going to have to look at film. That's part of the requirement of being a pro. So I'm not worried about him to learn and be taught. Half of these kids don't know how to break down film anyway, and the guys in college aren't really. And Jed Fish is a good coach. He knows how to break down film. The kid was looking at film, but talking in his off time, he doesn't look at film. He's going to in the pros. That's not a problem. So yes, him at 6. I'm taking him at 6.
That was 3 years ago anyway that came out about him not liking him to watch film. That's 3 years ago.
He still wasn't watching film this year. He wasn't watching film still.
Stop telling people that.
Hell no! Hey, who do you think is spreading his Shador to give him a fall? I want him to fall to 6. He ain't gonna survive past 7. He ain't surviving past 7.
I would take Mason Graham at 6.
I'm not gonna change from it. I want an offensive lineman.
Oh man,
if Shador isn't there at 6, and I honestly really don't care if he is there at 6 and they pass on him for a lineman, I'm fine with that. I want some fucking blocking up front for years to come. I don't want band-aids. I want a young offensive line that's going to learn to play together for years to come.
Get him in the second or third.
Huh?
Get him in the second or third because all the skill positions are going in the first.
No.
Yes.
The 2 players I want, they're not there in the second and third. They're first-round players. They're generally talents.
Man, I already told you, man, you need a new book. That book you read, get a new book.
Man, I don't read.
Yeah, those picks, let me know.
Who
you saying?
Give him a coloring book.
Wait. So pretty much at 6, if Travis is there, you would still pick. Would you pick Travis over O lineman then? Say your O lineman is there and Travis is there. Who are you getting?
Travis.
Then you don't want an O lineman then.
I do.
Shit.
You did it. If you said you want an O lineman, it doesn't matter if Travis is in.
Let me explain why I will say Travis over offensive line. This is the reason why. Let's pick up 2 for 1. I just got 2 for 1, and yes, don't shake your head. Don't shake your head. No, stop shaking your head like no. Travis is a corner. He's gonna have to earn his way to play wide receiver, but he's gonna have to perform at corner outstandingly in order to get to the other side of the ball. I need a corner. I need a corner.
And that's the problem. He's going to play corner for us, but he's going to play wide receiver for us. He's looked at more as a wide receiver, and most people want him as a wide receiver. They don't want him as a corner.
Hey, look, I'm fine with him as a wide receiver. The boy got hands. He can run routes. He's shifty. I mean, Gino need a wide receiver.
Can you get the best wide receiver? You don't get the second best.
Hey, look.
Travis is always the best player. He's not the best receiver. You get a transcendent guy. The same thing I said last year about Brock. You do the same for the guy that's there now at wide receiver. You get the number 1 guy. You don't get the number 3 or number 2 guy. He's number 1 in college. He's not going to be number 1 in pros.
Swept all the major categories in the awards.
You get the guy that produces like Mike Evans. You want that guy.
I want the guy that I want. I want the guy that if one side of the ball fails, he can play on the other side. It's not a wasted pick.
No, that's a backup plan. We don't need backup plans.
I love backup plans for number 1 draft picks. I don't want to just let them go.
We've had our backup plan was, let's see, we had Josh McDaniels was a backup plan. I can't say the guy's name who came after him was a backup plan. Antonio Pierce was a backup plan. Now Pete Carroll is I'm tired of being on fucking backup plans.
Somebody's backup plan.
You asked. I gave you my answer. You asked. I gave you my answer. That's my answer. I want an all lineman. I
Look,
do.
I'm gonna make everybody
The
agree
reason
with
why I did say Travis is because more than likely, if you don't trade up to get Travis, Travis is not going to be there at 6. He said at 6.
At 6.
He
I'm
said
going
at
Mason
6.
Mason
So
Graham.
I left Travis Hunter out of it because Travis Hunter is going to be one of the first 3 picks.
Okay.
You
I want
guarantee
to hear. I want to hear Loon first, and then I'm gonna come back. I got another question I want to ask real quick.
I'm rocking with like Twuan said, I'm going defensive line with Mason Graham because that defense is gonna have to carry us until that offense is up to par. Facts.
I
You
think it's
talk
the
about
opposite.
we're
I think
saying
it's the opposite.
offensive lineman, we're saying wide receiver number 1. Facts. We ain't got no running back. We got 3 positions on that offense. Got to get
you need a
fixed.
linebacker.
Who's
I need
gonna
one
hold
of
us
them.
up? Huh?
I show enough good use linebacker too.
Shit, I know that, but shit, if your front 4 is solid, then that's gonna give you some kind of time. If you
I
can
hear
get a
you.
pass rush like Philadelphia got in the Super Bowl with just front 4,
But we got 2
And
fucking
that's like
corners.
saying you want to have a backcourt like the Golden State Warriors. That ain't gonna happen. Like
defense still wins championships, and we seen that shit just in the Super Bowl.
The Raiders are taking
Saquon
a
Barkley,
corner.
Saquon Barkley did
First
not do
round.
shit.
it was
They're taking a corner in the first round. They're taking a corner.
points.
That was shit. It was Hurts that did the show. He had 70 yards rushing.
My boy
But that defense damn near shut out Kansas City.
it was just
Shut them out. The best quarterback in the league got shut the fuck out until later on when it was too late. They blew the doors off their ass.
it was a bad matchup, and you see it coming.
Mahomes did not have time to throw. Wasn't no windows to throw to because they was dropping back the linebackers to help the safeties in the corners. You drop back 7. There was no passing lanes.
It was a terrible matchup.
And the front 4 was putting pressure on his ass. Pause.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that was just the worst matchup Kansas City could have, and they had a terrible game plan to go against it, and they didn't adapt. I would say it was the worst game of the season for Andy Reid. To be honest with you,
it's pressure. So if you get a Mason Graham, if you go at number 6 and you put him next to Christian Wilkins, and you got Max Crosby and Kuntz on the ends,
Mr. Wilkins shit.
Come on, you gonna need that help.
Hey, Christian Wilkins need to get his head out of that girl ass, man. He got too much pussy on the side, and he ain't even focusing right now, man. I don't know how you leave Miami and just go girl crazy in Vegas. So I was like, I know the girls in Vegas don't look like they do in Miami, and he was more focused on Miami, which is crazy. Yeah, but he I'm kind of disappointed in his offseason.
Mind, bro. Tyreek Hill is the one that's losing his damn mind, bro.
But he been a Miami boy since the day one. He's from Miami. But
he's from Atlanta.
He's been in Miami for quite some time. He
considers
himself becoming the new Antonio Brown with his antics.
Oh man.
Well, you mean baby mamas and all that, yeah? Or how many kids he got? But no, okay. So this is my thing. If Shador and Travis are there at 6, who you picking?
I would take Travis Hunter.
Travis. Taking Travis.
Because
Shador and Travis are both there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we didn't have a quarterback, I would take because I don't think Shador should sit 2 years. That's too long. And that's what he will have to do, maybe possibly 3.
How many years did Patrick Mahomes sit?
Oh, he sat, but he didn't sit for no 2 years. He didn't even sit the whole season. He come in week 10 or 11 or something like that? Yeah, he didn't even wait a year.
The timeline doesn't work for unfortunately. I like Shador, but the timeline doesn't work.
He's a now quarterback.
If you get him now, you got 2 or 3 years of Geno, and then you got what? One year, and then his 5th year option. Like that means you're only getting 2 years.
You're gonna waste that shit, yeah.
Rookie contract, and that's what we were talking about earlier with some of these other teams. The reason why the Patriots can ball out is because their quarterback is on a rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? They can spend money in a lot of other places because it's so cheap at the quarterback position. So maximize those years.
So pretty much, you guys are in win now mode, right?
That's hey, if you giving Geno Smith that kind of money, that's not to win tomorrow. Shit, you trying to win now.
Look, yeah. I mean,
He
I hear
gave up
that.
a
I hear
third
that.
round pick. A third round pick is not to win later.
We're in a win now with what roster?
We got to finish and see what they do in the draft. That's gonna be key. If they hit and miss in the draft more than they hit, we in trouble.
How do you be in win now when you're drafting rookies?
That's to fill out your roster. How many open spots we got?
What did I just say? How you in win now with no roster that can win now?
This is not a rebuild.
Who's the wide receiver that's going to be the number one guy that's going to take us to Super Bowl? Okay, who's our number one?
We don't got no number one.
So how will you win now? If we only got a number one winner, I didn't even get to running back yet. And you already what Dirty said.
This is not a rebuild, bro. Too many of the players are back at starting positions that's been here last year. This is not a rebuild.
7 minutes.
Okay, cool. Let's go, bro. Fine. I want all three of you right now for 7 minutes. Now I'm fire on all y'all. Y'all just said we in win now mentality, but we're trying to build through the draft. Make it make sense for me.
Okay, if we draft McMillan, you say McMillan, right? Is he a starter or is he gonna sit the bench?
He's an instant starter on our team.
So obviously that's a starter right there. So that's a win now then with him because you feel he has the talent to come in right away and contribute, right?
Because we have no
talent. Not a rebuild.
Because we have no talent.
You're not developing him.
Yes, you are. You were developing rookie.
How is that a rebuild?
You don't know how he's going to fan out. You don't know. He doesn't even know the offense yet. You build him up.
Look at the offense. What positions on the offense do we need to fill?
Everything.
Not everything.
Everything. And even quarterback.
Everything.
Even quarterback.
We don't need a center. We don't need a left tackle. We don't need a right tackle. We don't need a left guard.
Wait.
We don't need a number 2 wide receiver. We don't need a tight end.
Is he the center?
These are all people that were here last year.
Is Jackson sliding at guard or center?
JPJ is starting at center. He was out in Florida working with Geno Smith in Florida at hiking him the ball, getting used to the way he does it. Mm-hmm. That's a no-brainer.
What up,
but he's sliding at guard right now.
At guard?
Because I'm with you. He should be a center. He should be a center. I'm with you. The problem I have is that they're trying to work him out still at guard and tell him to work out at guard instead of just focusing on being a center.
No, he's focused on being a center. He's a center. Okay, then if he's not the center, who is? That's why he's the center.
No, I'm saying it should be him, but it's still going to be AJ.
It's going to be him. They're not moving him.
Hey man, I'm just going by what the slot is right now.
That's like saying we're gonna put Colton Miller at guard. They ain't said that shit. They said there's gonna be competitions, but mostly on the right side of the ball, which is our weakest link, the right guard. And then if they do move DJ Glaze to guard and then get a tackle other than him, Glaze said he'll play any position on the offensive line. Put him there.
Man, that D-line gonna be Krispy Kreme every night. It's gonna be on every night. If DJ Glaze is over at guard for us, them niggas gonna be 50 sack season for Geno Smith.
He was being developed. He was being developed.
Look, we're not even close to win now. If we would have, if I would have said we've been win now, if we would have got Myles Garrett.
Did you?
We would have did.
Do you know?
We should have. If we're really close to win now, what do you mean why? What did Loom say about 5 minutes ago about defense in Philly?
The defense win. Defense win championships.
There you go. Why did you not get the defense? You wouldn't win now. You get him instantly. Now you become instant just 2 guys.
But you're not understanding this. Here's the thing. He was still under contract. He wasn't a free agent.
So?
We called Cleveland.
It was going to be a sign and trade. You knew it was.
But you know what was going on? Everybody called Cleveland for him.
Yeah. And sign for this. We'll give you this.
Cleveland made it very, 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 very clear to everybody that called. He is not for sale. We're not moving from this. We're going to get our deal worked out. Please don't call us back. What do you want us to do?
Everybody.
Everybody. Cleveland with guns and walk in the office and say, "Hey, give me the contract." What, we supposed to Suge Knight niggas?
You know what we should do? We should have signed Gino.
Was we supposed to go hang them over the balcony like Vanilla Ice and get that contract? Is that what we were supposed to do?
You want to know what it really was? No, what it really was it was very simple.
Allegedly.
We would have to take Watson. We would have to take Watson. We would have to take that contract to get Myles Garrett, and that's what they're trying to do. You want Garrett, you're gonna have to take this. That's what it was. If you wanted Garrett, you have to take that. That's why no one wanted it. Everybody called for him. Everybody wanted. Everyone started. We were going to give 2 number 1s for him. We were on the phone trying to give 2 number 1s to Cleveland for Garrett.
Who, us?
Yes.
What the hell no?
Detroit was too. In Detroit, everybody was. Everybody was. That was. I would give up 2 number 1s for Myles Garrett to Max. To put him on the other side of Max,
so
you're not running on the outside.
So that would have been a win now move then, right?
Absolutely, you're in the win now mode. You're showing that you're in the win now.
Yeah,
I'm not even
giving Kuntz a 1 year, $12 million deal as of now, right?
The what?
Giving Kuntz a 1 year, $12 million contract that's a
win
now.
That's why honestly,
he might not be here next year.
Quarterback.
If you Malcolm Kuntz and Myles Garrett, Malcolm Kuntz is a bum compared to Garrett, man.
No, I'm
deal's not nothing.
I'm knowing that he's better than Kuntz, but Kuntz is what we have.
You're settling.
And you gave him a year deal for $12 million.
Meaning we really can't get nothing better than you. We really don't like you because if we did, we commit to you. That's a bullshit fucking thing. That's the same shit that they're doing at fucking what's his name? Kirk Cousins bullshit ass deal he was getting when they kept franchise tagging him. That's a franchise tag without franchise tagging him. They don't want to they don't want Malcolm Cruz, but that's all the frick they can get.
Let's answer this last question. We got 1 minute left. So the question is, what would you have give up for Garrett?
2 number 1's easy. There's no one in the draft that's better than him. He's going to give you double-digit sacks. He's going to make him and Max double-digit on the edge.
No, I know he would have been.
Wow, what would you
Secondly, the most important thing is he's going to be a great mentor and leadership to our younger guys on the D-line. Coach will still have been there as a backup. He would have been learning. Tyree would have been learning. Say what again?
You going to take the whole minute?
You say I got a minute. You said I got a minute.
Hey, I yield my time. I'll yield my time to JT.
No, girl, B, you stopped the rain. Go ahead, Twuan. You know what I'm saying? Bring the voice of reason.
No, I think you for a player of that caliber, you throw the whole kitchen sink at them. But if they're still not, it's like fishing. You would throw all the bait in the world out there, but if they ain't gonna bite it, they ain't gonna bite it.
Hey, look, if Loon wants to host another show, I'll come back. I gotta cut mine at 2 hours.
You know what? Y'all robbed me up. I'm gonna put this milk away finally. I'm gonna throw it in my refrigerator, even though it's 100 degrees. Like this, is how bad it can out.
It's curdled.
I came home to 85 degrees in my house. My AC is still on right now, trying to get it down. And I left my milk out on the counter over there. I'm gonna put my milk up. If no one gonna do it, I'm gonna go live.
That milk is bad.
Cereal with cottage cheese now.
You got hot milk on the counter. That shit bad.
That's cottage cheese now.
That's
that milk done. That milk.
I don't get regular milk. I get like vegetarian milk. It's good.
What?
No,
Milk?
He got that buttermilk.
Yeah.
I do the oat milk.
It's about to become butter in a minute, though. I'll tell you that. If it goes bad, it's about to become butter.
You want to do another one after this?
Shit, fuck it, we can.
All right. Well, shit, ladies and gentlemen, fuck it.
Shut it down and I'll
As
bring it
always,
back.
man, 50 billion things on the face of the planet. Give us about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll get another show going for you in a minute. I just got to cut this one at 2 hours. But look, we'll be back. 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allow
that's why you're running.
Greatly appreciate it more than I can verbally express. And as always, man, we love you. We